As mentioned several times on this channel, I'm documenting my journey from the extra preliminary round to the final of the FA Cup. But who's the best team to ever play in the competition? I put together a ranking system to determine that, starting from the very first FA Cup in the 1871-72 season and going all the way through to last year's final. I awarded 3 points for lifting the trophy, 2 points for finishing runners-up, and 1 point for losing in the semi-finals. If teams are tied on points, then the first tiebreaker is the number of FA Cups won, then the next is the number of appearances in the final. There are 78 teams in total who have reached the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Several of them have been renamed or have folded since. Let's start with all the teams who are tied on 1 point, the teams with just one appearance in the semi-finals, and there's 14 of them. These are all joint 65th. Shropshire Wanderers and Derby Junction dissolved in 1882 and 1895 respectively, while Darwen went bust but have since reformed in 2009. There's 5 teams on 2 points. Swindon Town, Swansea City, Reading and Grimsby Town are tied in 61st place with 2 appearances in the semi-finals. Although QPR also have 2 points, they're standing alone in 60th as they've reached an FA Cup final, whereas the other sides on 2 points haven't. Swansea City were known as Swansea Town both of the times they reached the last 4. Norwich City, Oldham Athletic and Swifts are tied in 57th place with 3 points, all with 3 semi-final appearances. Swifts were dissolved in 1895. Hull City and Bristol City share 55th as they've both reached the final once, while Bradford City, also on 3 points, are 54th, the lowest ranked winner of the competition. With 4 points, it's Middlesbrough and Brighton who share 52nd place as neither of them have won the trophy. 4 teams share 48th position: Blackburn Olympic, Coventry City, MK Dons and Wigan Athletic, who have all won the trophy once. Blackburn Olympic dissolved in 1889, while MK Dons won all of their points before their move to Milton Keynes as Wimbledon. Stoke City and Luton Town share 46th place with 5 points. Both have finished runners-up once. Scottish club Queen's Park are in 45th, also with 5 points, as they've been runners-up twice. 43rd is another joint effort between Ipswich Town and Old Carthusians with 5 points each. They both won the trophy once. Charlton Athletic are 42nd. They've also won the trophy once, but sit above Ipswich and Old Carthusians as they've also been runners-up once. Moving on to the teams with 6 points. Millwall sit in 41st place as they haven't won the trophy. 2 of their points came under the name Millwall Athletic. Joint 39th is Clapham Rovers, who dissolved in 1914, and Barnsley, both of which have won the trophy once. Bury sit in 38th, still with 6 points, but they won both of their appearances at Wembley. 37th with 7 points is Fulham. Blackpool also have 7 points, but they're 36 as they've won the FA Cup once, while Fulham haven't. Crystal Palace sit in 35th. They have 8 points despite never lifting the trophy. Notts County also have 8 points, but they've won the cup once, so they're 34th. Cardiff City are tied on points with Notts and Palace, but sit in 33rd as they've played in the final more times than the other 2. Only 2 teams have got 9 points. Watford in 32nd without winning the trophy, and the Royal Engineers 31st, who have won it once. Birmingham City are the highest ranked team to have never won the cup. They're 30th with 11 points, one of which came while playing under the name Small Heath Alliance. Oxford University also have 11 points but outrank Birmingham in 29th as they've won the trophy once. Our first standalone is Burnley in 28th. They're the only team with 12 points and they've won the FA Cup once. Leeds United sit 27th with 13 points. Huddersfield in 26th sit above Leeds because although they've both won the trophy once, Huddersfield have played in the final more times. 3 teams have 14 points. Leicester City are ranked 25th with one FA Cup win that came recently. Portsmouth are 24th with 2 wins. And Old Etonians are 23rd, having also 2 wins, but more appearances in the final than Portsmouth. West Ham United are 22nd, 15 points and 3 titles for them. Then it's Wanderers, who dissolved in 1887 but have 15 points and 5 FA Cup wins without ever losing a semi-final or final. That's some record, all before 1900. So into the top 20, I'll get through these pretty quickly as there are very few teams tied from here. 20th is Nottingham Forest with 17 points and 2 FA Cup wins. Joint 18th is Southampton and Derby County, who have 18 points. Both have won the trophy once and finished runners-up 3 times. Sunderland are 17th, also with 18 points, but they've won the trophy twice. And then in 16th is Preston North End, who have 19 points and 2 FA Cup wins. Sheffield Wednesday are 15th with 25 points. 12 of those were won under the name The Wednesday, and they've won the trophy on 3 occasions. Local rivals Sheffield United only just outrank Wednesday. They're 14th, also with 25 points, but their 4 cup wins takes them above their rivals. 13th is Bolton Wanderers, still with 25 points, but they've appeared in the final more times than both Sheffield clubs. Wolverhampton Wanderers are 12th. The 4-time winners are 2 points clear of Bolton and the Sheffield clubs with 27 points. And here's where we jump up a fair way in terms of points. 11th place is West Bromwich Albion. The 5-time winners of the Cup have 35 points. And kicking off the top 10 is Newcastle United with 36 points and 6 FA Cup wins. 9th is Blackburn Rovers, who have also won the Cup 6 times. They have 37 points, but their 15 losses in the semi-finals is an unwanted record. Tottenham Hotspur are 8th, a further point clear of Blackburn. They have 38 points and have won the FA Cup 8 times. Aston Villa and Manchester City both have 39 points, but although they've both lifted the trophy on 7 occasions, City have reached the final more, so it's Aston Villa 7th and Manchester City 6th. So, were the top 5 predictable? Everton are 5th. They have 5 FA Cup wins, but sit on 44 points. City rivals Liverpool are just outside the top 3. Their 8 wins gives them 48 points. Chelsea are 3rd. They have 51 points and 8 FA Cup wins, but the top 2 are miles clear of the rest. Can you guess who's in first? If you said Arsenal, you'd be wrong. They have won the FA Cup a record 14 times, but they're beaten to top spot by one other team. Arsenal have 65 points, though 2 of those were won by Woolwich Arsenal. And the best FA Cup team of all time, despite losing a record number of finals, is Manchester United. The current holders amassed 66 points, just 1 clear of Arsenal despite only winning 13 FA Cups compared with Arsenal's 14. Last season's trophy win powered them through into top spot. How will that change this season? Who do you think will take home this year's FA Cup? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this.